Joshua with Awaken Solar and Awaken Energy here. Want to talk today about someone I discovered who I've watched for a while, but I discovered a section in one of their videos where they made a huge mistake. Scotty, I love you. You wear your glasses, you give a lot of people great advice, but you made a huge mistake in one of your Q&A sessions. He talked about electric vehicles. He was asked, are electric vehicles the future? Yes, he said they were. He said it was probably a long way off though, a long way off, because we're going to have a paradigm shift. We're so reliant on petroleum. We're a petroleum-based society, which is true, but he said the reason you won't have electric vehicles coming on and kind of taking over in the next few years is because there's going to be a huge investment needed. Somebody's going to have to upgrade all that infrastructure. Talking about, gas stations right now, you get in your car, you go, if you're starting to run low on gas, in 2 or 3 minutes, you fill it up, you can pay at the pump. It's very fast, and you can go another 300, 400, 500 miles in your car. And that's true. And so we have this huge infrastructure that has cost millions and billions of dollars, and you have these, daily or weekly deliveries of gasoline and diesel to all these stations so that people can keep on going. Electric cars already have that. He said it wasn't in place, somebody's going to have to spend a bunch of money. That's not true. There's electricity. As long as you have these, you have a charging station for your electric vehicle. It really is that simple. I have a little Nissan Leaf. It will plug into one of these outlets and charge. It's slow. That is true. That is one of the big drawbacks. Even the Tesla superchargers, they're so expensive. It takes about an hour to get up to 80 or 100%. You do have a longer wait time, but some advantages come to that wait time. You get to stretch your legs and walk around for a little while. Typically, you get right back in your car, you keep on trucking. You wouldn't take an electric vehicle on a cross-country trip the same way you would a vehicle if you're going, camping or hiking or something more than 300-400 miles. The Nissan Leaf that I have, it does only have a 80 to 100 mile range. It's one of the older ones. The newer ones are getting better and better, but my daily driver is still a Toyota. I've got a 4x4 as well, so not just a Prius. I've got a Prius though, and it uses the hybrid batteries. It's not a plug-in model. It charges itself. But now you've got plug-in hybrids and all electric vehicles from Toyota, Lexus, BMW, Ford's getting in the game finally, Nissan, and all the other car makers are going to make an electric vehicle because there already is that infrastructure. We don't need a whole lot of money spent to upgrade America's infrastructure to run electric vehicles. We just don't. You have charging outlets everywhere. Everyone's home has them. Electric vehicle charging stations, you have those popping up everywhere because they're inexpensive. For a couple $100, $800 or $900 for the really fancy ones, you can put in a charging station. It wires into the power that's already there, just needs another breaker sometimes. The Walmart right up from my house with their gas station in their parking lot, the USA gas stations they have, they're putting in an electric car charging station. That way, you pull up, you park in the little spot, plug your car in while you go buy your groceries, you come out, your car's full again. 30, 45 minutes. You've got a charge, and a lot of times it's free. We're starting to shift to costing a few dollars. They cost less than gasoline per mile for sure, and that's one of the huge advantages. And they're more sustainable, no matter what you read on the news or what your friends are posting on the Facebook. The batteries and the materials harvested do not take more electricity and more resources than gasoline, more energy. They can be recycled. We can recycle lithium-ion batteries as well as deep cycle batteries, recycle all the materials, use them over and over again. And bottom line, you've never had a solar-powered or electric vehicle that has, caused the kind of mass death and destruction that oil spills and, in the Gulf of Mexico a few years ago with the BP oil spill. You don't have that kind of potential with electric vehicles for that kind of disaster. A client I had with Awaken, we helped advise him on going with a good solar company. We wanted to put in solar to lower his electric bills. All this gas that you're pumping in your cars, he's paying an electric bill to pump it. So put some solar on that canopy. The sun pumps the fuel. Kind of ironic that we used renewable energy to pump fossil fuels, but whatever, we still aren't going to get away from fossil fuels overnight. I think there will always be a need for diesel, petroleum, natural gas, things like that. But electricity from solar makes a lot of sense. But what we had done was when he built over the canopy section some panels, but then a carport, you put an electric vehicle charging station there. So now anybody who had an electric vehicle, instead of passing by his gas station saying, haha, I don't have to buy any gasoline, if they're low, they pull in, they get a charge, they buy a cup of coffee from his station, they buy a soda or water, and maybe they sit and have a sandwich while their car charges, or they just take 10 minutes and charge it up 20% or so. You can get that on the fast chargers you put in. But literally for a few $100 on top of the price of the solar, he now can capture back every customer that he would lose to having an electric vehicle. So Scotty missed it on this one. There is no upgraded infrastructure costs that some entity has to take on. Worst case scenario, if I was driving an electric vehicle and it completely died, I would make sure I had a 50-foot extension cord in the back, knock on the door of one of the people living close by, or maybe one of the businesses. They have outlets on the outside a lot of the times, and maybe you have to give them a few bucks, but usually you ask nicely, they'll let you charge your vehicle, and in 20 minutes you can limp your way home, go to bed, and in the morning be fully charged. The infrastructure that we already have, it's like having a gas station in your garage, and everyone already has it. You can just plug your car in and leave with a full tank every morning. So the infrastructure is already there. We hope to tell you a little more about what chargers are great, which ones we recommend, what are the best chargers on the market for the money today. But you don't even need them. You could just plug into a standard outlet, but that is slow. If you wanted to get an electric vehicle and have that upgrade done, and maybe look into solar at the same time, get that tax credit. 2019 is the last full year of the 30% tax credit. Get an electric vehicle charging station put in, own your own power company, and own your own gas station with electric charging right out of your garage. Leave every morning with a full tank. That's why the infrastructure is already there. So we'll leave a description of the best ones in the link below on this video. And we'll keep you up to date with more videos soon. So again, Sunshine with Awaken, signing off.